Hi everyone! So long time no see. I'm so sorry about having such a long break, but let's just say the baby came early, which I was not prepared for. So I will talk to you about that a little bit later, but I wanted to finish off my third trimester video. So I'm just going to jump straight into it because I've got quite a few little notes here that I need to get through. So from 28 weeks, baby was head down, which was great because I didn't want him to be breech and then for me to be stressing about it, but I knew he was head down because I could feel his little hands in my bits because he would be like going like this, and also I could feel his arse up in my ribs and his feet sort of up in my ribs as well. So yeah, so he was head down. If you can hear anything, that is him down there. Mark's at work today, but I really wanted to film a video. I just got I'm in the mood to film one, so if there's a baby squawking, that's him. Okay, and then 29 weeks, I was feeling the baby move like all over my belly, just not in like certain points. It was just like, my belly was just full of baby basically, which was nice. And he tended to have a bit of a routine, which he always sort of had. So he was sort of active like at 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then like 8 o'clock in the evening, like for like a couple of hours, and obviously would sleep in between that. And he had that like until he was born basically. He always had a routine, so he always like knew to look out for his movements at certain times of the day. Very important movements. That's obviously always drilled into you when you're having a baby. Also at 29 weeks started the nursery, so we painted it, we bought his furniture, you know, buying the pram, what else did we buy, the car seat, all like the big things that cost a lot of money. I thought, well, the baby's coming soon, so we need to buy everything. So we did that. I did my research and got him all like online or in the shops, depending on what was cheaper. At 30 weeks, I started feeling tired in the day, not like exhausted, just I was aware that I was like lugging this baby around and excuse you, and also waking up in the night going to pee. Like I was always sort of doing this, but it was like consistently every night at 3 o'clock in the morning I'd go for a pee. I know some women are up all the time, which would be so annoying. I only really got up at once every night, which is fine. And also sometimes he would wake me up kicking, but that wasn't that often. So I slept really quite well in my pregnancy, in my third trimester, which was good because I needed my sleep. At 32 weeks, I had my baby shower, which was amazing. My best friend threw it for me, and it was at my house, and it was just really fun. It was a shame because it was a miserable day in September 2018, but it was because I thought we could go in the garden. I've got bifold, so I could open it all up, but no, we were inside, which was fine. I invited all my friends and family, and it was really good, and I will put some pictures in. "33 weeks, we did NCT, which is like, I think it stands for National Childcare Trust. Can't say that, I don't know why. But it's basically like baby classes, as in like learning about babies, learning about labour and delivery, which I sort of already knew because I did my research anyway. So it's more beneficial for your blokes. So basically the mums and the dads to be go together, and there's like normally about 8 in the group, and everybody's baby is due around a similar time. And I felt that it was invaluable. NCT you've got to pay for, but it's really good. I felt that the support group that you get from it, like all the girls, like I got a WhatsApp message, especially in the early days, where you're so new to like looking after a baby and you're scared, or you just need a bit of, not advice because obviously, but you know, having people going through the same thing as you. So you're all up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so you're all on WhatsApp, and it's just nice because you feel that you're not on your own. You're not just doing this and everybody else in the world's asleep. It's nice because you've got friends to talk to. So I would really recommend doing that if you have something equivalent in your country, but it is worth the money. At 34 weeks, I had my first sort of like not illness, but like I had a cold, and it really knocked me for 6. Like I'd been really, really healthy in my pregnancy, like no problems, baby's always been fine, I've always been fine. So when this came, I was like, oh my God, I feel like crap. And I was also working as well, so I think I was sort of probably a bit run down with it all, but I got over it, it was all right. But I also found that at 34 weeks and onwards, I was so out of breath. So like walking up the stairs or walking to the shop or walking in work, and it was just, I was out of breath all the time, and I was like, this is just, and it's awful. And also sometimes I'm not even moving, like sitting on the couch, like out of breath, because obviously I think baby was like up in my lungs, he hadn't dropped at that point. So yeah, that was one thing that was like annoyance really. And then at 36 weeks, I finished work, which was really good. I was going to finish work at 37. I'm so glad I finished at 36, which I will go into reasons why in a minute. I thought, no, basically what I did was I took my holidays in work. So I saved all my holidays up and took my holidays, and then my maternity leave would start when he was due. So he was due on the 28th of October. So I finished on the 29th of September. So those were all holidays that I took. So, you know, it doesn't eat into your maternity leave. It's a good tip there. So work was so generous to me and towards the baby, and they did a presentation for me leaving. I've worked there for 6 years, and I was just crying. I was crying all the time. I was like, I didn't know what was wrong with me. It was just very, very emotional. I was sort of like bittersweet as well. I was sort of like scared of going on maternity leave because at the time I'd taken 13 months with holidays, so it's a long time to leave everybody. And you know, we got on really well, so lots of tears that day. And I also packed my hospital bag. Please pack your hospital bag, because I sort of left it to the last minute, and it was all a bit of a rush because I thought, oh my god, you know, baby could come soon. So yeah, make sure you pack your hospital bag like earlier. And then at 37 weeks, I went for a growth scan. So my midwife said to me, like, she said, look, Harriet, like most of the time, you will go for a growth scan at some point. It's just another check on the baby, so don't worry about it. So I went for a growth scan because he was measuring small. So at the scan, he measured 6'8", which is like within limits, within the bands. And but at the same time, they measured the blood pressure in the cord. Now his was like off the scale high, which I didn't know they did. And so what should have been like a 20-minute appointment turned into a 3-hour appointment, which is fine. But basically I was then put on the monitors to monitor him. He was fine on the monitors, his movements were fine, heartbeat was fine, all that kind of stuff. But then I was taken to one side into this room, and so she said to me, we want to induce you in 3 days time. So I was like, what? I was like, oh my god, like this was not on the cards, because I was always so low risk, never had any issues. I thought I had at least 2 weeks, if not 3 or 4 weeks. I thought he was going to be late. I thought, oh my god, 3 days time. I was like, shit, basically, oh shit. Because also the next week was my birthday week, so I had like loads of plans to see my friends before, you know, I had the baby, you know, catch up with people, like not one last time, but so I had to cancel loads of plans. And I thought, oh my god, I've heard so many things about induction, and I was bricking it, really bricking it, and scared. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna have this baby soon. Like, normally if you go into natural labour, you don't really know when you're having a baby. I was like, I know that I'm gonna have my baby in a few days' time. I was like, oh my god. Okay, so I will leave this video here because I will talk about my induction, my labour and delivery in another video. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I shall see you in my next one. Bye!